India responds to this terrorist attack in a way that doesn't lead to a broader regional conflict.
JD Vance has cautioned India against any retaliatory action that could escalate into a border conflict in South Asia.
I'm worried about any time you see a hotspot breaking out, especially between two nuclear powers. We've obviously been in close contact with our friends in India and Pakistan. Our hope here is that India responds to this terrorist attack in a way that doesn't lead to a broader regional conflict. And we hope, frankly, that Pakistan, to the extent that they're responsible, cooperates with India to make sure that the terrorists, sometimes operating in their territory, are hunted down and dealt with. That's how we hope this unfolds. We're obviously in close contact. We'll see what happens.
Earlier on Thursday, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth spoke with Indian Defense Minister Rajnath Singh and conveyed Washington's deepest condolences for the tragic loss of 26 lives, including 25 tourists and a local resident, in what has become one of the deadliest terror strikes in Jammu and Kashmir in recent years. Hegseth assured Singh that the United States stands in full solidarity with India and importantly emphasized America's strong support for India's right to defend itself. He called the act heinous and reiterated the US government's commitment to supporting India in counter-terror efforts. For the first time since the attack, India officially named Pakistan. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh told Hegseth that Pakistan has a long history of supporting, training and funding terrorist organizations. He urged the global community to unequivocally condemn such acts of terror. In Washington, U.S. State Department spokesperson Tammy Bruce reaffirmed America's commitment to working with India against terrorism, while also revealing that the U.S. is in communication with both India and Pakistan to avoid further escalation.
The details of what has transpired in those conversations, spoke with the foreign ministers of both countries, of course, but we've also spoken to not just the Secretary, but there's been communication at all levels in that regard. And there is a few more things, though, that I do have for you, and I want to make sure I get to them as we watch this unfold. It's not unfamiliar to us regarding the region. Obviously, it does continue to evolve, right? That's something we've all seen. We are monitoring closely. Yesterday, for those of you who were unaware of this, the Secretary spoke with Indian External Affairs Minister Jay Shankar and Pakistani Prime Minister Sharif. As the President articulated to Prime Minister Modi last week, the United States stands strong with India against terrorism, and Prime Minister Modi has our full support. The Secretary encouraged both countries to work toward a responsible solution that maintains long-term, I should say, let me correct that, a responsible resolution that maintains long-term peace and regional stability in South Asia. We continue to be in touch with the governments of both countries, as I mentioned, at multiple levels. And that's what I have for you in the sense of the general overview after those phone calls.
Amid mounting tensions and exchange of fire at multiple places along the line of control after the Pahalgam terror attack, nominated officers from the Directorate General of Military Operations of India and Pakistan spoke over the hotline on Tuesday. Sources in the defense establishment said, although it was a weekly call, the Indian side strongly objected to the multiple ceasefire violations by Pakistan along the LOC and warned the Pakistan army against unprovoked firing. Indian and Pakistani troops exchanged fire for the 7th day on Thursday as the LOC hots up. Worried residents of border areas have begun renovating and cleaning bunkers, their refuge during shelling. The army accused Pakistani troops of violating the ceasefire. Pakistan has been violating the ceasefire ever since April 23, the day after the Pahalgam terror attack. It was also the day India announced a raft of measures against Pakistan, including suspension of the Indus Waters Treaty. The repeated ceasefire violations by Pakistan and targeting of Indian posts have sent tensions soaring in the border areas, fearing a return to the days before the 2003 ceasefire. Residents have begun renovating bunkers. This is a developing story, so stay tuned with the Indian Express.